looking at right now. Okay, so we know that for a long time the Mag 7 it was just the Mag 7 versus the S&P. It just was no contest. Now the Mag 7 is against the S&P is losing ground, although the Mag 7 itself has held up pretty good. But beneath the surface, the tide has changed a little bit. With that in mind, though, is it time for people? Listen, at any point, a stock, an ETF, anything can hit a rough patch. Is it time to really abandon the Mag 7?
It might be time to recalibrate your portfolio. So if we look since in the last 3 months, 5 of the 7 Mag 7 have been negative. That has dragged the Qs down. That's why we call them the drag 7 now. And now the Qs are negative 1% since that time. In contrast, our ER30 TR index is up about 7%, and there are other indices that are doing great. So that shows that the composition of the Qs is not ideal. It's problematic, and it can be a blessing or a curse.
Right, and I guess maybe it's time to realize there's 7 separate companies too, right? I mean, so, you know,
right.
They were all put together because they were huge. Maybe they all had a connection to technology. You just mentioned your ER30, right? Your ER30 TR.
Mm-hmm.
Since 2005, it's outperformed everything, even the Qs. Why is that? I mean, is it because you have more ability to like, why is this outperforming so much all these other indices?
So the reason is we are investing in entrepreneurial companies, as you know. So as a result, we have been in all the Magnificent 7 from the very beginning. We were in NVIDIA in 2005 when it was a $5 stock. And so we had all the appreciation compared to other indices that got into them much later.
So, I love that answer because that brings me to your new product, right? You're doing this private-public combination thing. Mm-hmm. It's obvious that you guys already have a way of analyzing all these names that are on the drawing board. I don't know, you must have great connections with the VCs. And the thing is, we just saw this magnificent rocket launch, right, from SpaceX. And yes. How many times do we see things like that? We say, golly, I wish I owned a piece of it. Because I don't want to wait for it to go to all of Silicon Valley, to 15 different levels of raising money, then goes public at an exorbitant amount. Possibly people can buy a SpaceX or an OpenAI with this new fund of yours.
That's exactly it. We want to democratize the access to private equity. So far, it's only ultra high net worth individuals or institutions who have access to these companies. And we want to bring it to the market, easily accessible, low fees, daily liquidity. You can buy and can sell the same day. So it's a great product that allows anyone really to get access to these names that's so hard to get into.
I got to ask you about one of your favorite names that's killed it since you've been talking about it. AppLovin got a downgrade yesterday at Goldman. When you're in a stock that goes up a lot like this, and then a heavyweight like Goldman says, no, it's gone up too far, too fast, do you sell?
We're not. We hold. It's up 270% year to date. It's the #1 Russell 1000 growth stock right now, and we still believe in it. If you look at its valuation, it's still half its peers. I realize there is short interest that's growing, but if they do great on their next earnings announcement, we can see a short squeeze, which will take 5 days to cover. We might see you in dumb money number 2.
You probably will.
Yeah.
All right. Less than a minute to go. You're still convinced. You're still bullish overall. You say this year we're going to have a strong finish. You do point out the positives: inflation lower, the economy is steady. The negatives: not certain about the presidential race, the outcome, and geopolitical risk. But for you, the positive outweigh the negatives, right?
Definitely. We think we'll end the year on a strong note, like we did last year. Inflation is coming down. Real estate, which is the biggest component of CPI, is coming down 0.2% instead of 0.4% like we had before. The rate of increase.
So you're saying soft landing is done. You're feeling really
Correct.
good about a soft landing.
Yes, definitely. And then the presidential race, we think we're going to do fine, obviously better if Trump wins, but regardless, I think the market will do well. And I think the geopolitical risks, the worst case scenario we were afraid over the last couple of weeks, it's probably gone, hopefully. Let's see.
For now. Well, it's
for now.
Down. I got a great guest going to talk later about why the market overall keeps ignoring this later in the show, but this is good stuff. Congratulations on the new product, and you've been killing it. Nobody gets so upset we sold AppLovin too early. See you later.
Well, we bought other things.
See you later. No, we did. I sold it too early.